thank you, Darren. Well, I'm told there's in fact no need, formally speaking, to meet these standards because they will be comfortably achieved anyway, in the sense that the speed limit throughout the park will be 20 miles an hour. There's a huge amount of work being done to make sure there are dedicated paths for cyclists where the levels are high, where traffic levels are high, and the priority will be given to cyclists at junctions. We'll be extending the cycle hire scheme, obviously, through the park. It will be a paradise for cycling.
Yeah, you said back in September at
like
LLDC it will be a paradise for cycling. Yet the target is only 5% of cycle trips. Do you not think it needs to be more ambitious than that if you're actually going to deliver a big increase in cycling across London?
Yes. We do think that the target, we think we will do better than 5% in the Olympic Park. I note, by the way, that on this question, Darren, which I think you raised before, Jenny undertook to send me a list of proposals to help us to make the.
Haven't I done that?
Have you done that?
I thought I had, but I'll send them again.
Or maybe you haven't. Maybe you have, but I don't think that we've yet got them. It may well be our fault. Perhaps if and when we've seen these proposals, we may be able to get back to you in more detail on your schemes. But I want to see the Olympic Park as a haven, a paradise for cycling, and you've got the Velo Park, you've got that whole amazing area up in the north of the park. I think it'd be a wonderful place to cycle. I think it'd be a place where people want to take their family to cycle as well.
Yeah, in neighbouring Hackney already over 10% of commuter trips are now by cycle. So I think we can have some far more ambitious figures within the master plan.
Dennis, let's come up with an ambitious figure for Darren.
No. So within the legacy community scheme was approved
50%.
is 10% cycle modal sort of transport. So there is 10% within the legacy master plan that contributes significantly to the London-wide target of 5%. So we already have that in there. Secondly, I'd say, to just emphasise some of the points previously made, there's 22 miles of cycle circuits and paths within the Olympic Park. So there's every incentive for people to use them, and segregation from road transport in all sort of junction areas. Thirdly, obviously the velodrome is an absolute beacon for where cycling will take place, and as you probably are aware, there's 4 forms of cycling that will take part there, including track cycling, road cycling, BMX, and mountain biking cycling. So I think the park has the ability to be an absolute, as I said, beacon for cycling.
Through the actual park, 22 miles through the park sounds very, very encouraging. Lengthwise, are they going to be wide enough to really facilitate cycling? In Amsterdam, for example, they now have 3-lane cycle lanes to allow for overtaking and really allow for cycling to take off. Are we going to be seeing that sort of initiative on the Olympic Park?
Well, I think it's fair to say that we're not going to have sort of triple-lane cycling paths, but the idea is to make sure that people can cycle safely and that there is deconfliction between road traffic and the cycle lane. So,
but I mean, the argument for narrow lanes elsewhere in London has been that it's hard to squeeze much wider lanes into our existing road structure and our Victorian design roads and so on. But this is a brand new park, blank sheet of paper, completely new vision. So we can design that in from the start, can't we? We can ensure these cycle lanes are actually wide enough for overtaking to facilitate not just today's level of cycling, but a massive increase in cycling in the future.
Yeah. Bring us, I mean, I think there's been some failure in the post because we haven't yet got Jenny's plans. So bring us your scheme, your proposals, and we'll have a look at it. But we certainly share your ambition, and I want to see it, as I say, as a paradise for cycling.